too, I was having trouble visualizing what to do with it. I was thinking at first, so you see there's like these different categories. This is a survey that went out to a bunch of different states. We actually did not have that many responses, which is fine. I mean, this is like this project that we're doing is like in such a short period of time. I'm not expecting like stellar results or anything like that, but we do have to show that we went through the process of doing all of the research methods that our teacher wanted us to do. So we had like a handful of states that responded. And then we have some questions. It's like, has your library ever received an informal complaint about a book? Have they received a formal complaint? Have you ever removed a book? And like those questions are all yes, no, I don't know. They had, they could only choose from three things. And then the same thing for like these other ones down here, like F and G. Those were like, do they come from individuals or organizations, or I don't know. I'm thinking that information is actually not going to be useful at all, because pretty much all of them were either individual or I don't know, but I might need to show it anyways, just to show that we did it. But yeah, so what I was trying to visualize how to best sort
Yeah,
of
so
communicate.
a pivot table is really the right way to go with
Okay.
this. And I don't know, most people hate pivot tables or they think they're horrible. And they kind of are, once you figure out what's going on with them, they're not as bad as you think. I need to know more about like, what do you want to show? Is it like
So one thing
dates? Yeah,
yeah, so
what do you, what, go
one
ahead.
thing I do want to show is like, probably I was thinking actually pie charts for some of these, like has your library received an informal complaint? Like to me, that's like a pie chart, right? Like yes, no, maybe, like how like that just shows like the percentages really well. Um, but and so there's like those first four, it's like B, C, D, E.
Okay, yeah, we can do a pie chart on this. Let's just try it. Like, is
Okay.
column B, is that the one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we have to. So I always go to like recommended charts. Oh, it's
Uh-huh.
going to do that, isn't it?
Okay.
Um, let's see if it'll do one for this. I don't think it will because your data is
Okay.
not coded. Yeah,
Okay.
so we need to code your data to be able to
Okay.
do this. And that's not a big deal here, but like I guess, is it okay if I just, well, I'm not, I mean, you got to copy this, but if I were to insert a column here and call it like coded question 1, is that clear
Sure.
what that's referring
Yeah.
to? Okay. So it's a simple thing here. If this value is a yes, I don't know the syntax on this, comma, if it's false, the other possibilities. So for right now, let me just do a 1-0 just to see if this works. Let's see if that works. I guess I want some quotes there. Too many arguments. Uh, oh, if that value, sorry. Let's see if it'll take this. I don't know why it's not taking this. If, all right. So let's presume I could code that. We could make a pie chart out of this um, pretty quickly here. So I'm just gonna need to look up the syntax. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, there it worked. All right. So now the next thing is, because are those the only three answers? Yes, no. Do you care about the I don't knows?
Yes.
All right. All right. So we just have to manipulate this. And then if it's a no, the no's will be a 2, and then the I don't knows will be a 3.
So yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we've got it. So we can insert a pie chart, hopefully now. Um, Sometimes they recommend charts. So this is seeing 4 categories though. That's not good. Why does it see
Huh.
four?
What's the
Oh,
other?
oh, it's because I don't know. Is there more data in this set? That's
No.
all
Ooh.
right. So that's the issue.
Okay.
Um, did you guys already convert this to a table? Looks like you did. All right.
No, it came from like Google Sheets.
Oh, okay. So I like going to recommended charts. I keep saying that, but that sometimes they kind of right.
Woof.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the issue is like I don't really like the way that the data isn't formatted well for what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a better way for me to do this to help you.
Okay.
All right, let me just copy this. Oh my gosh, come on. Um, this is painful. All right, painful. All right, paste just the data. Okay. Insert table. My table's headers. Maybe you already did this, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Insert.
Woof.
So it's seeing it as different data. Why is it doing that? All right. Doesn't like that either. Okay. Um, so this can be fixed, but is that what you're looking for here with these
That's what I
other
was
ones?
that's what I was thinking for those yes, no, I don't know questions. But then the other
Okay.
thing I was going to do was I need to look at like each like not individual state, but like the states as a group. So like Vermont, like what did Vermont look like in
Okay.
terms
So
of
yeah, so that's where this pivot table is going to be a little bit better, and then we can look at like a filter for I don't knows. Let me try. See if we can get this. No. Um, so in this pivot table, we can get like counts of those I don't knows, although it doesn't like what I did there. I may have to remake this. So I think one of the issues is we're gonna have to code all the columns that you want to work with.
okay.
And then let me see if I can insert this as a pivot table. Okay, so that's a row. Coded will be a sum. Okay. So that's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
this isn't quite right, but the because it's just adding up the numbers we actually want counts. So anyway, there's a way to get what you want, which is like by state. There's a way to like by state to answer like that some of these like so it's like by state, what percentage of no's or yeses or things like that
Yeah, exactly.
is what you're looking for.
Hmm.
Um, so I think the big issue is that the data is not coded. Let me do a quick Google search here to see if the pivot tables can work with um, string values.
I mean, there's only 49 records, so if I had to, I could go through, it wouldn't take me very long to just replace all the yeses with a one, you know,
Right, right.
if it's not liking it for some reason.
Yeah, I mean that's there's ways to automate all this, and I'm sort of rushing here instead of doing it the right way. But yeah, I mean the issue is that the pivot table doesn't really know how to interpret string data.
Okay.
I mean it does for a row label, maybe a column label as well, but will it put these in there? No, it will not. Okay. Uh, yeah. So there is no way to do what you want with the data as is that
Okay.
I can see. So I know I'm moving around here a lot. Like, I think you're gonna have to code these values up, and we can then, do something with it. So actually, let me do it this way. And then let's see if we can do that in a column. So this is like, this is telling you in California, there are 3 1s.
Hmm.
So that one refers to a yes. Florida had 3 1s. Maybe this isn't clear. Let me switch these. Okay. So California had 3 1s, no 2s, and no 3s.
Hmm.
Florida had 3 1s. That kind of gives you like a distribution. And if you remember, yes was, I think the
One,
question to
right?
the you said, I don't know why it's so slow to go back and forth.
Oh, has your
Has
library received
Yeah,
an informal complaint?
yes. So that, like, this pivot table is giving you that information.
Okay.
And so now we could do a pie chart on like those 3 values, which is kind of what you're looking for, or you could do it by state. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do. Um, so like it's easier if we know exactly what you want to do.
Okay.
And if you don't
Um,
know, that's okay too. I don't know why it's not working the way.
I wasn't sure because I just wasn't sure like how would best present it, like what I didn't know like how things would look. And I don't want it to be cluttered. I don't want to have like this cluttered mess of, you know,
Yeah,
bar
so
charts
another
and
way to,
stuff.
like you said, another way to do it here. This is kind of um oh, and there's blanks. Why are there blanks? Oh, I know. The other way to do is like to figure out how many yeses there are, and then there's something weird. Like, this is really taking a lot of time to load. You said you got this from the internet.
No, we got this, well, let's see, it was a survey that went out and then the information came in through Google Forms.
Okay. I'm about to reload this. I don't know why this is so difficult to use.
Okay. I mean, I can show you like where the Google form thing is at, if
It
you
may
think
just
that
be
would
my
be,
computer. Let me close this. Let me just try it one more time.
okay.
Okay. I don't know. What are you seeing right now? Let me check here. You're not seeing anything.
No.
Okay. That's always a bad answer. All right. I have to check sometimes because I'm off doing stuff on the other
Okay.
screen. Um, so yeah.
Do you think that something got corrupted when it pulled over from the Google Forms
Well, yeah,
thing?
it just it format, like, it'd be better rather than having this long question.
Mm.
It'd be rather to like call it Q1 or something, just because it'll look nicer. But let me let me just make this. I'm just trying to get it where we can do something with it, and it's not like taking forever to every time we load. So
Okay.
let me do this. Insert table. Okay. My table has headers. Okay. All right. So now let's insert a pivot table. Okay. And then, so we can use that as columns. And then we can put those in here and hopefully it will count them. It will, let's see here. Oh, there it is. Nope. Yep,
Okay.
there it is. That kind of did. Okay. So it's just that that's one of the issues with it being so crazy, is it didn't really like
This is
that.
okay.
Get rid of that. So it is kind of doing what we want here, which is it's giving you now the I don't knows, the no's and the yeses.
Okay.
So that's like a pivot table. And I'm sorry it took 19 minutes to figure this out. The pivot table is what you want. You want to be able to use a pivot table to sort of like organize by row and column would be one way to do it. Present the data.
And
Does
then
that make
it's,
sense?
yeah.
Okay, so like, but in terms of like, okay, well, what do we want here? Well, you could do like you were talking about initially 3, 8, and 38.
Hmm.
You could do a pie chart on that. Like that's not that hard to do. Okay.
Okay.
So what is another kind of interesting relationship by state? Is it, and what's powerful about the pivot table is the second question we can swap in pretty quickly with in there. So we can go to that second question, drop it in there and there, and we get basically the same sort of information.
Okay. Um, so the other thing that might be sort of interesting is just it would even be comparing by state. I don't think it just like overall comparing like how, what's the comparison between um formal and informal complaints? Like,
But which
you know,
which which one is that? Is
so
that
that would be
that's
like, yeah, B and D. Like, is there a difference between those two?
so are they the same? Like, has your library received informal book complaints? Has your
Yes.
library received formal book challenges? Are those different?
Yeah, they're different. So there's like an
Okay.
informal one and then there's a formal and then, yeah.
By state or by anything else, or is it
You know what? Maybe even just like, I don't know if we would want to look at by state in that category. Like maybe we just want to look like overall.
okay? So that's like the one you're asking about. Like out of those 49 records, six, I don't know, and that's your pie chart. That's your pie chart.
Okay. And
That's kind
then,
of what you're looking for
yeah, kind
example.
of. Yeah, I think for like those questions, but then if I wanted to compare, because there's a difference between having an informal book complaint and having a formal one, like it's a different process. And so like, how do those two compare? Like how many, like what percentage, like,
Uh,
can we look at that like side by side? Would that be like a bar chart or something? I don't know. I'm
yeah,
just trying to,
that would be a stat, yeah, some sort of a bar chart.
okay.
So there you go. So now we can do insert some sort of bar chart. Yeah, there you go.
Huh. Okay, so
Although
there,
I don't think they're supposed to be the same, but I don't know why. Is that possible?
let's see. Oh, let's see. Have they removed books? Let's see. Try uh try
Oh no,
one one and
sorry, go.
three.
1 and 3.
Yeah.
So that'd be another reason to reduce the headers, like the data set so that it fits, like we keep having this issue with, column
Yeah,
Q1 or something. Okay, there's question one, and then you said three.
yeah,
All right, so now this is so annoying. I hate how these things work.
sorry.
That doesn't look quite right to me. So there's something
It,
not quite right about that.
it looks like it's, yeah,
This
because
looks
it
the
shouldn't be the
same.
same.
So let me remove one. Yeah, so they're not the same. So that's where I gotta kind of dig in a little more to the pivot charts here. Um, okay, so like this this process really looks, it's better to do what we're doing now than to try and do it another way, unless you
Mhm.
know exactly what you're trying to do. Like if you're like, oh, I know for sure I want a pie chart of B, we would just code it and make a pie chart,
Okay,
and so on. So unfortunately, like I can't do anything more for you tonight. Like, but maybe this is enough for you to like figure out what you want us to do next time, or I'm happy to schedule another session with you. I always do a try it out, just depending on